Hello students, welcome to the today we will discuss about civil disobedience movement, Dandi March and programs of the movement. Civil disobedience movement 1930 to 1934. The Congress Working Committee met in February 1930 at Sabarmati Ashram and vested in Gandhiji powers to launch the civil disobedience movement. Before starting the movement, Gandhiji served on the British government a 11-point ultimatum. After waiting in vain for the government response to his ultimatum, Gandhiji started the movement with his famous Dandi March from the Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi on the Gujarat coast. Dandi March. On 12th March 1930, the historic march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, a village on the Gujarat sea coast. A number of people followed him. On the morning of 6th April, Gandhiji violated the salt law at Dandi by picking up some salt left by the sea waves. According to the salt law, the government had the monopoly to manufacture and sell the salt. He had selected to attack the salt laws because the salt tax affected all sections of society, especially the poor. Gandhiji's breaking of salt laws marked the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji's Salt March of 1930. The program of the movement. Civil disobedience movement. Defense of salt laws, boycott of liquor, boycott of foreign cloth and British goods of all kinds, and non-payment of taxes and revenues. As this program indicates, the civil disobedience movement was different from the program of civil disobedience movement included non-payment of taxes and land revenues as well as violation of laws of a variety of laws apart from the non-cooperation activities. Then progress of the movement. The movement spread rapidly. Violation of salt laws all over the country was soon followed by defense of forest laws in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and refusal to pay the rural chowkidari tax in eastern India. Everywhere in the country, people joined hartals, demonstrations, and campaigned to boycott foreign goods and refused to pay taxes. Lakhs of Indians offered satyagraha. The buy goods and the picketing of liquor shops were a part of daily program. The movement reached the extreme northwest corner of India and stirred the brave Pathans. Under the leadership of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, popularly known as the Frontier Gandhi, the Pathans organized the Society of Khidmat or Servants of God, known popularly as Red Shirts. They were pledged to non-violence and the freedom struggle. The movement also the movement in the easternmost part of the country, where the Manipuris joined the movement with great enthusiasm. In Nagaland, Rani Gaidhaliu, at the age of 13, responded to Gandhiji's call and raised the banner of revolt against the British rule. Civil disobedience movement resulted the mass strikes and setting up of parallel government in several places. Then repression by the government. Here people begin to have strikes everywhere. Government declared the Congress an unlawful organization and arrested many of its members and volunteers. People defied government orders and were jailed. Spirit of sacrifice and freedom in the hearts of the Indians. On December 21, 1921, in session of Congress at Ahmedabad, it was decided to continue the non-cooperation movement with greater vigor. The government resorted on firing, lathi charge and large-scale imprisonment. Over 90,000 include Congress leaders and Gandhiji were imprisoned. The Congress was declared illegal and severe restrictions were imposed in the nationalist press. There were demonstrations at Peshawar to protest against the arrest of Ghaffar Khan. Garhwal troops refused to open fire on the demonstrators. The commanders of the platoon, Thakur Chandra Singh and others were severely punished, were held everywhere. The textile and railway workers of Mumbai went on strike. There were instances of firing at Delhi and Calcutta. Then Round Table Conference. First Round Table Conference. First Round Table Conference. British government declared the bold a round table conference. First session on 12 November 1930. Except Congress, all Indian political parties participated. Congress party wanted to enforce completely Nehru Report as the future constitution of India. Muslim leaders like Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Maulvi Fazl Ali Haq, Sir Muhammad Safi, Sir Shah Nawaz, Sheikh Jafar Ullah and Ghulam Hassan Hidayatullah participated in the conference. So first round table conference was held in London. The Congress, which was unhappy with the report of Simon Commission, boycotted the conference. But other political parties and interest groups were well represented. The British realized the futility of holding a conference on the question of constitutional reforms for India without the representative of the Congress. Second round Second round table conference September 7 to 1931. It was attended by Gandhiji as a sole representative of the Congress. According to the terms of Gandhi-Irwin Pact of 1931, I will tell you Gandhi-Irwin Pact letter. The conference was soon deadlocked on the minorities issue with separate not only Muslims but also the depressed classes, Indian Christians, Anglo Indians, and Europeans. The question of independence or setting up of a responsible government receded into the background. The British government refused to concede the immediate grant of dominating status. Gandhiji returned to India disappointed. Third round table conference. It began on 17th November 1932 and lasted 1932. Gandhi and Jinnah did not participate in the conference. The third round table conference could not resolve the long standing issue between the Hindus and the Muslims. It proved a mere formality. An unbridgeable gulf was now widened between the both major communities of India. This conference proved a farce. So it was 46 delegates. The Indian National Congress refused to attend the conference. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, who attended the conference, demanded separate electorate for the depressed classes. The then Prime Minister of Britain, Ramsay MacDonald, announced an award known as the Communal Award, which provided separate representation to the Muslims, Buddhists, Sikhs, Indians, Christians, Europeans, and the depressed classes. Mahatma Gandhi strongly opposed this award on the grounds that it would disintegrate Mahatma Gandhi strongly opposed this award on the grounds that it would disintegrate Indian society and in protest against it. On December 1930, on September 1932, the agreement known as Pune Pact was signed by Rao Ambedkar and the Congress. The agreement provided the representation and reservation of seats for the depressed class in the province not by creating a separate electorate. Due to the pact, the depressed classes received 148 seats in the legislature instead of the 71 as allocated the communal award earlier proposed by the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald. Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Since the Satyagraha could not be suppressed, the government, through Tej Bahadur Sapru and Jayakar, started negotiations with Gandhiji in jail. This resulted in the signing of the pact by Gandhiji and Lord Irwin, the Viceroy, in March 1931. This is known as the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. The government agreed to first withdraw all ordinances and prosecutions. Second, release all political prisoners except those guilty of violence. Third, permit peaceful picketing of liquor and foreign cloth shops. Fourth, to restore the confiscated properties of the Satyagrahis. Fifth, to permit the free collection or manufacture of salt by persons near the sea coast. So the Congress in its turn consented to suspend the civil disobedience movement. Second, to participate the second session of round table conference. Third, not to press for investigation into police excess. Then renewal of the civil disobedience movement. After failure of the talks at the second session of the round table conference, Gandhiji, the Great Depression of 1930s in the world had hit the farmers in India. Gandhiji sought an interview with Viceroy Wellington. Refused. The Congress passed a resolution for the renewal of the civil disobedience movement on January 4, 1932. Gandhiji was arrested. Government resorted to repression issues and assumed special powers. The Congress was declared illegal. Congress leaders were arrested and their properties were seized. Communalism was fanned. Gradually, the civil disobedient movement force. So, the civil disobedient movement suspended when Mahatma Gandhi withdrew mass satyagrahas on January 14, 1933. The movement ceased completely on April 7, 1934. Thank you.